There's always going to be a small subset of gamers that love to freak out about basically everything. And so we turn now to this. Let's go to this photo. And in this picture, you're gonna see Aloy, the protagonist of Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a great game that I played. It's had a couple of expansions. The next expansion is actually coming out, I believe, tomorrow. That will be Horizon Forbidden West. But here's the issue. From the very beginning, Aloy has been critiqued by some male gamers for not looking exactly the way they would like her to look. That has reached, I hope, its natural conclusion with a response to some of the art for the upcoming expansion. So you can see here on Reddit, someone asked, can you explain to me why the hell Aloy has a beard? And I don't even know if you can tell from that photo, but they have an issue with the fact that she has baby fuzz on the side of her face. The response was immediate and it was hilarious. John Phipps says someone has never been within 5 feet of a woman before. Like even a relative, like even your mom. Dan Johnson wanted to credit this guy for clearly never having violated his 500-foot restraining order. I just like, there's this thing of like posting your L's. This seems like going to an insane level to Photoshop an image to complain about the fact that she had baby fuzz, Jordan.
It's weird. It's really bizarre. The misogyny in the gaming community is like nothing new. Like when people find like the smallest things to have meltdowns about. When this is ultimately just like, this is the level we're at with game development and graphics. Like that's it. That's just all you're complaining about is an advancement in technology. That's pretty cool. Like it's really bizarre.
To have a problem like that. Look, this obviously stood out to me because I really loved Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a great game. She's an amazing protagonist. Ashley Birch, who does a lot of voice acting, did the character of Aloy. It's a great game. Like to freak out about this in particular. And by the way, this is not the first time, like as I alluded to in the intro, that she has been targeted with stuff like this character. So there was a meme going around, the hashtag #HireFans meme. So if you go to this next photo, you're gonna see a mock-up of what she could have looked like if they had fans on. That's ridiculous. That led to some great work, including from Rob Rousseau, who tweeted out this, like if only Alien had been all it could have been. And then we've got Squidward. He could have been so much hotter. Hire fans. Why don't they hire fans, Jordan?
It's so bizarre. I don't know. I mean, I tweeted this morning. I've been playing through The Last of Us, and it's very cool to get a break from just kind of the standard, male protagonist archetype. And within that, there's like tons of different issues with like hypermasculinity and body image and those types of things, unrealistic standards. But like this is a break from kind of like the really intense like gamer stereotypes, because it's just like you're just you're Joel and then you're an average girl, Ellie, and it's like she's really cool. She's like
awesome.
It's a great character, and they did like a fantastic job with that. And I'm excited to play 2, which I know people also had complaints about because there were like issues with They complained, not there were issues, but they complained about like themes of gender and sexuality in the sequel. But it's just like, who cares? It's a phenomenal game. Enjoy it. What's wrong with you? I mean, these people are just kind of projecting their own issues and insecurities.
They 100% are, and that is where we're turning to next. So I'm not gonna give spoilers because I know Jordan's just playing the first one. I have played and enjoyed both the first and the second, but I will just show there is a character. So we will show a photo. Jordan, feel free to avert your eyes, earmuffs. So let's bring up this last photo. So that is a character named Abby that for some men was more than they could take psychologically or emotionally, and they lost their minds. Because you look at that photo and no woman looks like that, despite the fact that her body is directly based on an actual woman who has been identified and does great work in this sort of field. They lost it. And these are some of the by far most interesting characters. Like, wait until you play the second one, Jordan. It's an emotional like roller coaster. Some parts of the game are very difficult to play. But they have more story than like ever before. And yet in this period of gaming where we have games like The Last of Us and Horizon Zero Dawn and like Red Dead Redemption 2, these amazing experiences, they still long for like the first Tomb Raider. That's what women used to be and perhaps can be again if you'll #hire fans.
I mean, gamers like to act like they love and embrace realism in these games. And then here, you have an end world scenario where people are surviving on their own or in small groups of people for years. That's the premise, right, of the Last of Us franchise. If you are out there climbing over things day after day, foraging for supplies just to survive, you might get slightly bigger arms than someone who works at an office job. That's the reality. That's the realism in these games that makes them such immersive experiences. That's fine. But no, they want someone who has like triple D cans, a 15-inch waist, and is wearing like short shorts and like a bra, like out in the wilderness. Like, that's not realistic. In what world would anyone look like that or dress like that?
Yeah, and there are people that look like all sorts of things. If you go outside, you'll see it. And look, I'm not gonna say that I don't get at least some of the frustration. Like, I gave up on Skyrim when I put a solid 8 hours into making my cat person look in a way that would turn me on, and I couldn't get it done. There are other games that get there, but Skyrim failed, and so I broke the disc in half. These gamers make us all look so bad.
It's anyway. So bizarre. The best are like fighting games where you have like these guys with like enormous arms and like, they've got like tons of armor. And then you have these women who are like wearing like next to nothing and they're like fighting with swords. She's not gonna, maybe protect herself from an incoming sword attack. That's just wasn't something she considered.
Yeah, and by the way, the guys with the like 46-inch biceps, that never triggers the realism alarm for some of these guys, by the way. Right. Not everyone has arms like mine, but that for some reason doesn't bother them. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.